Good morning, people. Welcome back. It's Saturday. It's 9 minutes past 6. We've got his electrolytes, vitamin C, glutamine. Your boys run out of creatine, which is not like me. Very slack. So ordering that today. Gonna have that bad boy. Intra workout drink at the ready, which usually I have creatine in as well. It's got 50 grams of carb powder, another electrolyte. This is what I do when I'm on a short turnaround with training. I'm going to get to the gym for 7 o'clock. I woke up at 6. So what I'm going to do is, the most important thing is it just feels like you're actually eating something. Mainly carbohydrates. I always find that if I have a little bit of fats as well, I typically feel better for these sessions, because sometimes the powerlifting sessions take a little bit longer than the bodybuilding ones, sometimes. So I'm going to do 2 crumpets, 20 grams of jam. We've got Warburton's, because Penny's a brand snob. And then we're going to do 10 grams of almond butter. So I'm going to have them, and 1 banana. And then we're going to head off. I've realised that I've fucking left my wrist straps and the band that I need for banded bench in my garage. So I'm going to drive there first. So I'm going to crack the fuck on. I'm meeting up with Lukey T if he wakes up for some banded bench. Let's go. Right, so today the music here doesn't get on until about, I think it's 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or something. So it's like awkwardly quiet. Right, don't usually do this, but wanted to make sure I have a banging session this morning. So we've got some ABE, so 200 milligrams of caffeine. Usually do like 150 milligrams. It's still not like considered high, but it's more than I'm used to. I'm just going to take this to the dome. Then we're going to get warmed up, do my pre-ab rehab stuff. Luke T's meant to be meeting us here in 8 minutes. See if he'll turn up. He'll probably get here for when I've just finished my pre-ab rehab stuff, which is what I planned on, what I wanted really. Then we'll just warm up do his band dislocations, pull aparts, single arm lat pulls, and then on to 30 reps on the bench, just with the bar, and then we're ready to rock and roll with banded bench. Oh, it's been a minute since we've done that bad boy. Delicious. So this freaky deaky shit, just stuff I've been given by the physio, Mr. Nick Taylor, to get my hip working right. But also to get my feet working right as well. And so what I can feel here is I'm twisting out. The outside of this glute is getting lengthened under tension. So it's like almost like a stretching sensation, but then it feels like it's working at the same time. I originally got given this exercise from the other side because I basically pulled that hip about this time last year, which occasionally bugs me now. Actually bugging me a bit yesterday after safety bars, good mornings the day before. But I know why. It's because I was pushing out my knees too much, which is like an old cue that I used to do to prevent like knee cave. But it's something I don't need to be doing, so I learnt a lesson there. 8 of these bad boys each side, then we've got 8 split squats, but like not your traditional split squat, you'll see what I mean, where we're completely trying to switch off his lower back. And we're just trying to get all this stuff in the foot fired up again, but also just get my body happy with me fully just using my quad, hip, knee, calf, everything basically. Hey up, you alright? Yeah, you? This right says we've been rehabbing this quad. Feel it a bit this morning. I think part of that's because it's real early as well. Always feel a bit stiffer first thing. Might do another couple of reps on this right one. Yeah, still there a bit. Because I can feel that my quad is a bit more beat up than it has been in the previous weeks. I want to try and make sure it's as good as I can do for Monday. This isn't the game plan this morning. The game plan is just do my rehab stuff that I've already done and just get onto bench, but I want to see how I can feel that right now. I'm going to do a bit, basically what I'm doing here, a bit of symptom relief, so finding where the tender spot is on the foam roller, and then when I get to the tender spot I don't keep rolling. What I do is I just hold it there until I've done like 2 to 3 minutes, or until the pain is halved. I'm just like breathing nice and relaxed into it, try and do 6-second exhales at least. Okie dokie, so plan for today, as you can tell, my boy Lukey T, the snooze button must be on. Tried ringing him, to be fair, it went straight to voicemail, so I think he's accidentally not put his phone on charge. So today we have got 5 sets of 3 on banded bench press, so we're going to use the purple band, wrap it around the bench. Bit awkward setup, not really the proper way that you set banded bench up, I don't think. I think really you need to be setting up like either side of the bar. I'm just like wrapping it under the bench itself and banging it on. I have to put some 20 kilo plates on the bench itself to keep it down. Just to feel like I've got 2 or 3 reps in the tank. Trying to be as explosive as possible off the chest, controlled down. Not necessarily slow down, just controlled. And we're not pausing on these today, so we're just trying to move fast but under control basically. Then we've got pendlay rows, so they're 4 sets of 6, RP 7, so 3 reps in the tank. And then we've got seated cable row, 3 sets of 10 to 12, RP 8, so a little bit more bodybuilding style stuff. And then we've got a couple of supersets. We've got side raises, supersetted with rear delts, and then we've got overhead tricep extensions, supersetted with single arm bicep curls. And you'll see that when I'm doing them, especially the bicep and tricep movements, because what can happen is if I do them exercises just as heavy as I can for 10 to 12 reps, I end up just beating up my elbow joint. I end up beating up my elbows on triceps, and then I end up beating up my bicep tendon on biceps. So I like to do them like dead slow and controlled. 3 seconds down, pause in either end of the range, or at least in the stretch, to sort of limit how much weight I can use, but just get maximum stimulation. Side raises and rear delts, I get a good connection with them, and it doesn't cause me any shoulder issues. Doing them a little bit quicker. So I'll do them with a bit of a faster tempo, you'll see, but I get a great pump off them, they feel great, so yeah, that's what we've got. I've got about an hour to train now from getting under this bar, so I'm going to crack on. Kind of a blessing in disguise Lukey didn't turn up, because I've taken forever doing this warm-up stuff, but I'd rather do that sometimes because my body's definitely needed it today. Right then, without further ado, I'm going to do 30 reps on the bench press. Straight away I can feel them pecs from dumbbell bench press a couple of days ago. Right, last week I did 85 kilos plus the band for most of my sets. This week I'd like to be able to hit up 90 kilos for all 5 sets if I can. So I'm going to do this just for a single. I'll do 2 reps on this, then go for a slash, and then see how we're feeling for multiple. rep is. Right, that felt good. Felt kind of heavy. Didn't feel light, but it felt like I could have gone forever. So, yeah, I'm gonna do what I said. So main thing that Dan wanted me to focus on these after seeing my week 1 versions was just making sure that before each rep I lock my lats in, almost as like a bit of a reset. So I'll be thinking of dragging my shoulder down towards my back pockets before I engage each rep. Similar to what I was noticing the other day when I was doing leg extensions. Last time when I was at peak strength, a few years back in 2021, when I weighed over 100 keys, my leg extension, I was doing over 100 kilos on there, whereas the other day I was doing like 70. On this I was doing over like 100 keys, or at least 90. You know, I was doing over 100, but I do like, you know, if it was the first week or two I'd do 90, and now I'm doing like 70. So, you know, that sort of correlates to the main lifts as well, so it shows these, well, you'd like to think it has causation as well, that's why we do them, but it definitely correlates to the main lifts and where they're at. On the money. Right, seated cable around next. On these bad boys, I'm trying to think of letting my shoulders come as far forward as I can do, but whilst also keeping my chest up at the exact same time. Just gonna get a stretch on all them muscles at the top of the back around the shoulder blades, and then also the lats get a good stretch as well. And we've got 10 to 12 over crack at 60 CR first. So shoulders coming far forward as I can, whilst also keeping my chest up at the same time. I'm not overly arching my back, I'm not like doing this, but I'm just not letting my chest collapse basically. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Yeah, I am trying to be super mindful of members and PTs and stuff, because I know what it's like when you're kind of fucking, especially for your personal training, like this is your living in the gym. Last thing you want is some dickhead with a tripod getting in where of you and your clients. You're basically just like, I'm just mindful that I'm not doing anything to upset people's clients basically, that's probably the main thing. As well as obviously members. You can't please everyone, but I know what it's like to be a PT and there's fucking people doing anything that just irritates your clients. It's no bueno. That's your livelihood. what you'll see with this is I'm a little bit like messier with my technique. I'm messier, but it feels class.